I love Wonder Man, which is kind of crazy to say for me because for all the shows that I was actually pretty excited for slash looking forward to this year, I think Wonder Man was probably like my least excited show or anticipated show that I wanted to watch. I want to watch Daredevil Born Again season 2, even though I thought season 1 wasn't that good. I want to watch Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man season 2 whenever it does come out. And, a whole bunch of other shows. I did not expect to like Wonder Man or enjoy it as much as I did. I thought it was just going to be one of those one-time MCU shows that you just have like Miss Marvel and then it goes away, the hype dies down, it's gone, nobody remembers it, yada yada yada. But this show is good, bro, and it's like really, really good. And that's coming from me. I'm somebody, I've said this, well, a bunch of times. I do read comics pretty casually slash a lot sometimes. Sometimes I have my phases where I will just continuously read book after book after book after book, run after run. And then sometimes I just have phases where I'm like, yeah, I don't want to read right now. I think comics suck or whatever. Granted, they don't. But Wonder Man was just one of those shows that I just fell in love with instantly, bro. Yaya Abdul-Mateen II, he plays Simon Williams amazingly because he's just a regular guy, dude. And that's what instantly like no I noticed about the show when I first watched it is I finished it like a few hours ago, and when I first watched the show, the thing I first noticed was how it, despite having the Marvel branding, the Marvel logo, and all of that stuff, it doesn't feel like a Marvel show. This show feels like its own thing, its own adaptation. Like if you remove the whole Marvel television and the whole Marvel branding, this show kind of just feels like a once in a lifetime, just like an average show. It doesn't feel like anything overly special, but it is. I love the characters in the show. I love Wonder Man and I love Trevor. Their bromance is immaculate, which is crazy, bro. Trevor has been with us since Iron Man 3 and he is still like he's not a comic book character. He's just like an original MCU character, but he has easily become one of my he's the GOAT, bro. He's one of my favorites. And Simon Williams, like Wonder Man, played by Yaya, I don't know, he's just so likable and also just his own character, which I really, really admire. I love Wonder Man. I really, really enjoyed the show. If I had to say, especially the whole Hollywood and the Doorman stuff, like that episode with Doorman was something I didn't expect from the MCU, especially. And it's something I didn't expect to actually care about that much. Like I said, I didn't expect to care about this show or even like this show for being a show. I wasn't excited for it, but after watching it, I can safely say that it is definitely like a top 5 MCU television show, right there with Loki and with a whole bunch of other MCU shows that I can't name right now. But yeah, I just love Wonder Man. The only complaint or real like complaint I have with Wonder Man, literally for me it's a 9 out of 10 show, but the only complaint I have is I feel like we don't get enough about Simon, his superpowers. Now, I knew of Wonder Man in the comic books, and like I know of his relationship with Scarlet Witch, I'm pretty sure if I get it correctly. And I know Wonder Man as a character. It's the same thing with Sentry for me. Like I knew who they were before they were adapted. But the thing is, I didn't know like a lot about his power set or like I know he has ionic or whatever energy and stuff and like he can fly, he has super strength and that stuff. But I didn't know that much about Wonder Man, and this show doesn't dive into it as much. It's not so much a superhero show like with typical villain and like it's not that type of show. It's more of a, oh, he's just trying to be an actor and get into this industry, which people like him with superpowers should normally not get into, which I thought was a very cool concept, especially with the Doorman episode. Like I like that. And if the MCU adds mutants, it could be another reason for mutant rights and stuff and how mutants aren't able to act in Hollywood. I think that's very, very cool. And yes, I don't think we get enough on his powers because in the show we see certain scenes of him being like exploding or whatever with his powers, and we see him fly at the end of the finale, by the way. But I don't really know what his powers are in the MCU, and I don't know if he's a mutant because in the comics, I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, he's not a mutant. But in the MCU, like they don't tell us exactly, or maybe they do, or I didn't pay attention, but they don't tell us how he got his superpowers, and they don't talk about it. It's just kind of left in the air, like he has superpowers. He's nervous about them. He hides himself, like he tries to keep it a secret. He tries to hide stuff from people, even his girlfriend, which also off topic, his girlfriend was in the show for that long, but she is a amazing girl, bro. Like for the short time that we had her, I love the fact that when they reunited and he was talking to her, that she was still kind and stuff. Like it's really good, bro. It's a good show. And the ending of the show, where what happened with Trevor, which that I am not going to spoil, but I'm pretty sure everybody already knows what happened, is genuinely, it was sad for me at first, but I love Trevor and Simon, his relationship. I love their romance. It's so awesome. And the character writing, like Simon as a character, bro, he's just a guy trying to get into this crazy acting industry while also having superpowers and struggling with being alone despite having two amazing parents. His brother talks down upon him or says mean stuff about him and everything. Like it's really good, and it's something I didn't expect for the MCU. So this show is, in my opinion, a must watch. It's short also, like it's not like a super long, in-depth character story or study or whatever. It's just a short, quick, average show that you can just watch for fun, maybe even with your friend or with someone special. But yeah, that's all I have for today. Please watch Wonder Man, it's peak. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.